In today's episode, we're going to be looking in on the seeds that I've planted and checking which varieties have successfully germinated, including the ones from the ChilliChump Seedkit, so you can compare your progress with mine. We're also going to be potting up quite a few of my plants because they are rapidly outgrowing their seed trays. And we also have a giveaway today. We're going to be giving away a brand new LED grow light. So stick around in this video and I'll tell you how you can enter to win that. Let's get on with checking what's going on inside the grow tents over here and see what progress we're getting. So straight away you can see why I need to do some potting up. These guys here are going to be going into some bigger pots, and we'll do that a little bit later in the episode. But first things first, let's have a look at what I did over here. Quite a simple solution. All I did is I took a bin bag really and covered this over so we kept the humidity in there. I actually have taken the lids off these trays as well, just because they were beginning to get outgrown by a couple of the plants. So let's take this off. Let's see what's going on in here. As you can see, there's a lot better success going on in here than we had in the last episode, and that's all down to improving the humidity. This here is the lid that is used for the Vaxa seed starter trays, and as you can see, it has these slats in it, which I guess you could go and put some tape across if you want to seal it off, but it's a bit of a pain, and also you'd have a problem still with the bottom here because that would let air through over here. So it's not a perfect solution, and that's why I went with the bin bag over the top. That did the job for me. If you are starting these indoors like I did last year, then you won't have any problem with this because your relative humidity inside your house is going to be a lot higher than it is inside this grow tent. We can see that some of the seeds have still not come up, and they probably would have been just fine if I had used the plastic bag over this from the very start. But for next time, at least I know that that is an issue, and I've already got some ideas with how I'm going to fix that probably later on this season because I've got some other seeds I want to start. In the bottom tray as well, you can see there's a lot of growth going on, and we'll be potting up quite a few of these as well. And we can see that some new seeds have popped up as well, just by keeping the humidity up. Let's have a look inside the big grow tent and see what's going on inside there. Quickly take a look at the plants that I have in my bigger hydro system at the back there. These are the Mozambican seeds that I brought back, and that's doing just fantastically. That's almost doubled in size since the last video. It's incredible how quickly they are growing, and that's just using my ebb and flood system, which I will go into more detail in a future episode, but today is just about potting up mainly. One thing I did want to point out, it's always difficult to throw away plants, and I know I'm going to have to do a couple of those anyway this season. But the other Mozambican plants that I showed you last time that I said I was going to get rid of, well, I didn't. I ended up potting them up into a little bit of a bigger Vaxa potting system, and they are doing just fine down there underneath this grow light here, which is the Mars Hydro, I believe the SP250. It's doing a fantastic job actually. Quite a lot of light output. I've had to raise this because the plants, I think, were getting a bit too much light too directly, and I have it about 20 centimeters above the plants at the moment. I'll be using this long light system here in this grow tent with the plants that I'll be potting up, and I'll show you that a bit later on in the video. But so far I'm actually pretty impressed with this light. We'll take a closer look at these plants. These are plants that were left outside neglected for about a week inside my shed without any light, without any warmth, and I put them in the system and they are thriving. Again, this here is just sitting inside liquid. So down the bottom here, if I try and lift this up, I don't know how I get this done, but if I lift this up, we can see that there's just water underneath there, or nutrients and water, and those roots are sitting constantly in there. I'm not going to aerate them, and it's a very similar system that I used last year. You'll see that in my update videos, and I had great success. The plants got pretty big. Of course, I'm not going to leave it in here forever, and we'll be moving it into a new system, either soil or something like my bigger hydro system that is up there. But for now, they'll be perfectly fine right here. We can already see there are some flowers popping up here. I probably need to top up the nutrients in here because it's getting quite low. These things are just drinking it up, and these will be just fine for at least the next few weeks. See how big they get. But for now, we need to go and check on our seeds and see which varieties we have had success with and which ones we still need to wait for. Here we have all my seedlings, and we're going to be going through each one of them to see which ones have come up, which ones haven't. Over here we have another seed starting germination tray. This is a heated one. It's actually the same model as I've been using for the last few years. I've had such great success with this one, I ended up buying a second one. And I just have such a great result with this. It can keep the heat up decently. It's a 50-watt heating element at the bottom. You can obviously close the vents, which most germination propagation trays can do. And also has a thermostat, so you can set what temperature you want up to about 28 degrees Celsius. So let's go through these and see what we've got, and also see which ones of my ChilliChump Seedkit have actually come up and compare them to how yours are doing. We have V2 tray and we have the V3 tray, and I'm just going to be going through them on here. This is my printout from my spreadsheet, so you can have a look on here. I will be marking off on the spreadsheet itself online which I have successfully propagated and which ones haven't. So first things first, with the ChilliChump Seedkit, we have an Ancho Poblano over there. So one of those are up, that's fantastic. We have the Jalapeno Mammoth, this one over here, so that is up as well. What other ChilliChump Seedkits do we have here? The Ahi Crystal has not come up there, but this one has come up. So that's C2. And what else we got on this one? No more ChilliChump Seedkit. Moruga Scorpion is trying to come up, actually. We have this over here. It's still got the cap on, so I might do a bit of surgery there to get that cap off, and we should have a healthy plant over there too. I'll do that in just a bit. And we can see the other ones here, they are still starting to come up, so I'm not going to get rid of these, the ones that haven't yet popped their heads, because the seeds still have got a chance. But let's have a look at V3, because I know there's some other ChilliChump Seedkits in there. So V3, we actually don't have a lot of the ChilliChump Seedkit in that tray over there. I think there's quite a few on this soil tray over there, but we'll get to that in a bit. Let's come back to V2 and just mark off the ones that have come up. So obviously we have got 3 ChilliChump Seedkits that I can see have come up, and there's one over here that is potentially up. I'm not going to mark it as successful just yet because it's it's got a little way to go before I say it is successful. So let's go through it. A1, we're going to mark that successful. That is the Rocotto Manzano Alanto Rojo. We actually have 2 of those, A and B. Number 1. C had nothing in it. C1, because I used that just to check on the water levels. And let's have a look here. So A4 is the Hainan Yellow Lantern, so we have one over there. A8 is a Pepperdew, and that is kinda up, but I'm not going to mark it as successful just yet. It hasn't come all the way up. A9 is up. That is the Antep Akidolma. That's one of mine that I saved from last year. And A10 is not up. Then B10 is another Antep Akidolma. That's one from Fatali. We have another Antep Akidolma from My Seeds. That is B9 on V2. And let's carry on across here. We have another B3. That's one of my KN from the ChilliChump Seedkit, and actually that has come up as well, similar to this Moruga Scorpion, where it still has its cap on. I don't know if you really can see that there, but I need to do a bit of surgery there as well with some tweezers, and we'll get that off. And I'll show that to you, how that is done. It's not always 100% successful. That is actually the Hainan Yellow Lantern, not the KN. So we need to do some surgery there before I decide that is successful. The one next to that, the Ahi Oro is starting to create a bit of a loop, so potentially we'll have something there. And we've already marked off B1. And let's go across here and see how we're doing. We have C3 that is up. That's my KN. And what's next to that? That's C4. That's the Jalapeno Mammoth ChilliChump Seedkit as well, so that's up. That's actually doing really well. That's definitely going to have to get potted up today. C5 is not up. That's the Dattel. C7 is up, and that is my KN isolated from last year. Let's have a look here. What else we got going on? Yeah, that's up. C9, which is my Antepachydelma, and C10 is not up. This Antepachydelma from Vitali is doing really well. That is up. And we got D9, that's also the Antep. And then we've got two lovely little Nagamorix over here. Lovely little seedlings there. And next to that we've got my 2KN isolated. That one's looking a lot healthier than that one, but both of them are up. Nothing there, nothing there. I think we've already done D4. Yep, the Jalapeno Mammoth, we've done that. And that's it for this one. So I'll look at the stats in a bit, but it's not as successful as I would have liked, but there's still quite a few that have come up there. Let's have a look at V3. So a bit of a strange one going on here. This is one of the problems that you have with these seed trays or these rock wool things. Sometimes the root doesn't go down into the rock wool. So what I'm going to have to do is just break it open a little bit, try and get it to properly root. This is a bit messy. We'll see what we can do with this. It's not ideal, but might be able to save it. I don't actually know what this is. Might be something I'm not too worried about it, but let's see if we can save that. So there we go. Might get lucky. So what is that? That is D1 Buna Mulata. So I only have these two here as Buna Mulata. So let's see if we can get that one to root down into the rock wall. So let's root. Let's make a note of that. Okay, let's go through it. So A6 is up. That is a penis pepper. Fantastic. Don't think I've had much luck with getting those to germinate in the past, but we have that one, and we have a second one that has come up there as well. So A7 is also up. That's also a penis pepper. Then A8 is one of my 7-pot Primo that has not come up. A10 has come up. That's the Moruga chocolate. Then B10 is also up. A little bit of a seed cap on there, but let me zoom in a bit to that tray. So B10 is up. It's got a little bit of seed cap on, but one of the leaves are out, so it should be just fine. Reaper X has not come up. That's B9 and A9. Then what else we got there? On B row we have B6. That has come up, and that is one of my KN isolated, and it's looking very strong. This one over here. And what else we got here? B3 is a bit of an odd one. The leaves have come off. There's no cotyledons on that one. Don't know if you're able to really see that. that one there is looking a bit strange. We'll leave that and see if it actually does form proper leaves, but I'm not holding my breath for that. So not many on row B, just 2. Row C we have C4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the ChilliChump Peri Peri, so that's one of my isolated Peri Peri. And C5 is not up. 6, 7, C7 is up, and that is my Ahi Lemon Drop. C8 and C10 as well. Yay, one of my 7-pot primos. And then C10 is a Maruga chocolate. And then let's look at D row. D is that one there, which I've just marked off, the Buna Mulata, which the root, I'm trying to see if I can get that to sort itself out. D2 is a Pepperdew, and that has come up nicely, just behind that plant. Whoop. So D2, Maruga Scorpion. D3 is not up. D4, another one of my Peri Peri isolated, so that's nice and strong. And then D, nothing else on D. There's one that is trying to come up over here. I think we should have some luck there. That is a Dragon's Breath. And then row E, let's have a look down there. We have row E2, Violet Sparkle. Interesting. And then E3 as well, that's come up, and that is a blended lemon yellow. Then another weird one here with the root, and this is one of my Peri Peri, ChilliChump Peri Peri. Again, the root's not gone down, it's actually upside down here. But I think we can save this one. Let's see what we do here. Okay. So I need to just get this root to point downwards, and then hopefully it will survive. There we go. And let's see what happens with that. Keep an eye on it. Next time we'll be able to see if that's come right. That is E4. I'll mark that as half successful. And then that is my ChilliChump Peri Peri. Then that's an interesting one. The purple Butchalokia, you can actually see it's a bit of a different colouring to the other plants. That's my E5 purple Butchalokia. Happy with that. E6 has also come up. That's one of my KN. And nothing else on that row. So again, similar sort of germination to the first tray, and not as successful as I'd like, but I think we brought it back a little bit from what we were seeing the last time round. So let's have a look now at the soil ones. So the soil propagator, this should be interesting. Let's have a look at the ChilliChump Seedkit seeds, and that is mainly row or column 5 and 6. Yep, 5 and 6. So these two over here. Let's have a look. Ancha Poblano, we already got a couple of those, but the Maruga Scorpion, I heard that a few of you are having some problems with that, so let's have a look. C5 is this one here, and C5 doesn't look like I have that one. C6 is also a Maruga Scorpion, and I have C5, D5, and E5 are Maruga Scorpions, so that's row 5. C5, D5. Nope, none of my Scorpions have come up as well. Well, one has, but it's kind of died off very quickly. Actually, this one has as well. Might be because it's not getting light. I'm not sure, but you can see down there that's not looking healthy. So unfortunately nothing there. The turbo pube, that is on column 6, and that's row F and G. F and G. So column 6 and then F and G. Yep, we have some turbo pubes. Yeah, we have one turbo pube that has come up over there, so that's good. The other one is not. Don't know what's happening there. That's a bit strange, that. Looks like the seed cap has got stuck on there. It's very strange. Not sure what's going on there. So turbo pubes. Ahi crystal, that is H6. So H6. Yeah, the Ahi crystal has come up. It's going to need some potting up very quickly because it is stretching for light. It's this one over here. So you have an Ahi crystal, or Ahi crystal. And yeah, so let's go through these now. There's a few of the ChilliChump Seedkit that have come through. Not all of them just yet. We still are waiting on some Moruga Scorpion, which we have one on the hydro side, so we'll see if that is successful. Obviously it's just starting out. So let's go through this quickly. J, so row J, we have Violet Sparkle. We've marked that down. The ChilliChump Peri Peri, that's fine. We need to thin this out, and I told you in the last episode I was going to show you how I do that. It's pretty straightforward. 3, we have some jalapeno. Yes, and we have a little Reaper X that has come up. And Moruga Chocolate has come up, so J8. And I8 is also up, so that's another Moruga Chocolate. We have a Bendigo that has come up. Ahi Lemon Drop, that is 6I. Yes, Ahi Lemon Drop has come up. 5I has come up. Another Ahi Lemon Drop. 4I, KN Isolated, yes, that is up. ChilliChump Peri Peri, that is up. There's a few of them that are up there. Purple Butcherlokia on I2, that is up as well. And then Pepperdew I1, that is up. H1, nothing. We have something on H2. That's blended lemon yellow. H2, H3, yes, we have some there. H4, KN Isolated, yes. H5, what have we got going on there? Yep, there's one there. It's all bent, but we'll plant it nicely, so it will recover just fine, but that is up. 5, 6, 7, and 8. So all of those. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 7-part Primo, Ahi Crystal, Antipachydelma, and well, there's a couple Ahi crystals that have come up from the ChilliChump Seedkit, so that's doing well. G. So we've got G1, 2, no, G1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So on G it's everything except number 2. Yeah. So G. Yeah. So again, Moruga Scorpion. And that's not from the ChilliChump Seedkit, that's from some of my saved seeds. Maybe they just take a lot longer? I don't know. Row F. We have some come up on 1. Row F1, Yucky Blue Fawn. That's an interesting one. Haven't done that one before. And another Moruga Scorpion. F2 has not come up. F3. F3 is there. And F4, F5, and F7. ChilliChump Peri Peri. All my Peri Peris are doing really well in the soil. And those are 3. And let's go to row E. We have row E, the MOA Scotch Bonnet, that has come up. And again, we have another Moruga Scorpion that has not come up. Well, it has come up, but it's kind of died a death. It seems like it's coming up, and then the cap is just not coming off. I'm not clear on why that is happening. E3 is up. E4 is up. E3, E4. That's my ChilliChump and KN. E5 is the Moruga that has not come up. E6. E6 has come up. KN from the ChilliChump Seedkit. E7 is up. Antepakidoma, and then 7-pot Prima is up, but it's still got its cap on, so I need to probably do a bit of surgery there as well. And row D, what do we got? D1 is the MOA Scotch Bonnet, that's fine. D2 is meant to be the Moruga again, not... it's coming up. There's one coming up there. There's a ring or a little loop that's popped up. So I'm not going to mark that as successful just yet. It's still got a way to go. And then D3 is my ChilliChump Peri Peri, and it is up, or has a few of them up. D4 is up. KN. D5 is not up. That's Moruga again. D6 is up. And that's the Hainan Yellow Lantern. And D8 is definitely up. It's the Violet Sparkle. And then C. So C1 is up. That's the Dragon's Breath. So I'm glad I got one of those. That's good. Next one is Serrano. D2. Oh, C2. Sorry. And then we got C3, there's nothing. C4, we have something, and that is the KN. C5, nothing. C6, we have the Jalapeno Mammoth, so it's come up. C7, that is up, and C8, so it's the Hainan Yellow Lantern and Ahi Oro. Then B. B1 nothing, B2 nothing, B3 kind of something, we need to take that cap off. B4 we have some success, and that is the Buna Malata. B5, that is up as well, very successful, that's Sweet Apple Cambi. B6 is the Erotica, and that is definitely up as well. B7 is up. The Hainan Yellow Lantern, and B8 is not up. That's the Harold St. Bart's. And then the last is row A. So my Peri Peri Lemon Drop has not come up because that was planted over there, but I have actually planted a couple more somewhere else, which I'll show you in just a sec. But A5, that is up. That's a Moruga. A6 is up. That's another Moruga. A7 also up, and another Moruga, and then A8 is nothing. So far better success there than on the hydro, but let's move on to the last soil started seeds and see how they're doing. They're much younger. I started them only a couple of weeks ago, so let's have a look at those. I've just switched these out actually into this new tray because I had an older tray that wasn't temperature regulated and actually couldn't keep the temperature up as high as I needed it. But this tray obviously keeps it up to whatever temperature I need it, so it's doing much better. You can see a lot of germination, and we'll have a lot more germination coming through over the next week or so. Let's have a quick look through this. We have quite a few that have come up, but I want to take these inside now. There's a couple interesting things that have shown themselves. If you look down here, this looks like it lost its cotyledons, but it's actually growing some leaves off the top there. I don't know whether there's insects or something that are attacking my plants and eating the cotyledons, but I can't see anything obvious in here. I really don't know what's happening, but quite a few are up here. We have some interesting ones. The 7-pot Primo is up over there, so that's good. We have a 7-pot Primo over there, so I'm glad I have a few of those. We have 2 Dragon's Breaths down here, and these are some Antibachydelmas. Sweet Apple Canby, those 2 lovely looking ones there. And on the left side over here we have some Marugulas down here, with a cute little Marugula down there. That is seriously tiny. I hope that is actually a chili plant, because I really haven't seen them that small before. Here we can see what's going on again. I don't know whether something is eating the top of these plants. It's just the strangest things. It seems to be losing its cotyledons, and I don't know. It's not something I've seen before. We have a couple Moruga chocolates over there, and some dattles down this side. Buna Mulata, these purple looking leaves, those are Buna Mulata. And down the end here we have Hainan Yellow Lanterns. I have quite a few of those actually this year, but they are very, very tasty. These are jalapenos, so these 2 cells over here are doing very well. Those 2 are looking a bit sorry for themselves. Those 2 are the IE Crystal from the ChilliChump Seedkit, and we've got some 7-pot habaneros at the top there, right at the top, and that's quite interesting. These are seeds I've saved from quite a few years ago actually. Anyway, I've got to get this inside so it warms up again, so the seeds have a chance to germinate, and we're going to carry on with the potting up of the rest of my plants. So we're going to try and do a little bit of surgery on this one here, and this is always a tough one. You want to try and be as gentle as you can. These plants are so sensitive at this point. It's never easy doing this, and as many times as you're successful, you also end up killing just as many. So the whole point here is just to try and loosen that shell up a bit, give it a bit of a squeeze, and hopefully it loosens up enough so that it pulls off. My wife is going to kill me for using her tweezers. Sorry, Mrs. ChilliChump. So if the cap stays on for too long, then the plant's not going to be able to get any light, and it most of the time will just die. So getting the cap off is very important. It's one of the reasons that I suggest tea, soaking the seeds in tea before you plant them, because it softens the shell and helps them out so they don't get stuck like this. But inevitably it still happens. You can't stop it completely. Yeah. So even though it looks like I've taken off the actual cotyledons, I may still get lucky with this. So this here is V38E, and may still get lucky with that specific one. There's enough of a little bit of the leaf that is still available there, so that it should still actually grow. So the easier ones to do are the ones that are hanging off, like this one over here. So if we have a look at this, you can see that's not much of a problem. I could actually pull off that whole cotyledon and it wouldn't be an issue, but instead I'll just try and get the cap off. And there you go. Never an easy thing to do. These ones here as well, it's another one that you could have a bit better luck than the first one I tried. And again, it's just about being very gentle. You don't want to squeeze. You don't want to squeeze the stem, especially, because that'll really damage it. The leaves, however, are a little bit more robust. But regardless of what you do, you have to be quite gentle. So there's a couple on the other tray as well that we need to have a look at. Let's bring that over here. So over here we can see this one. The cotyledons are actually pulling their way out of this one, so it actually will be just fine. I probably could leave it, but let me just gently get it out of there. Yeah, that one will be okay. Should survive just fine. There's a couple others I need to do, so I'll quickly do those and then we'll get to potting up. So I'm going to be potting these up, well, the ones that are ready to be potted up. We're going to be using these 1 litre pots. Normally I would do a pot size smaller than this before going to the 1 litre, but just with the sheer number, similar to what I did last year, I have so many plants, I'm going to be going straight into one of these. And the one size smaller than this would be probably about there. So this is 1 litre, the other one is probably about 200 millilitres or 250 millilitres. So we're going to be potting up into that. We're going to be using my normal soil mix. So if you have a look at my beginner's guide to growing series, ChilliChump's beginner's guide to growing from seed to source, then you'll see what's inside there. I will talk about this in a future video because we're going to be doing a bit of an experiment when we go to the next pot size up, when we're potting up ready to go inside the greenhouse and polytunnel. So when you're trying to thin out your plants, you can see that this one here, I planted quite a few seeds down there. So we've got quite a few sprouts that have come up. And first thing you need to do is choose the strongest one. Now, as far as I can see, I would say it's this one here. It's the tallest. It has the best looking leaves. You don't want to pull out at the roots over there because you will damage the other plants. All the roots will be intertwined. So all you have to do, take a pair of scissors and snip the ones you don't want. And that's it. Pretty easy and straightforward. Do not pull the roots out. Do not try and pull the roots out because these here will just end up damaging the plant you're keeping. I realized quite quickly I was going to run out of lighting inside my grow tent. So I reached out to the Mars Hydro guys who have been fantastic. They've been supporting me with the grow tent as well as that awesome SP250 light, that long one inside my grow tent. And I asked them, is it possible for them to send me over another light to check out? A little bit of selfish reason there. I need another light, and it also allows them to showcase some of their technology. So we've already looked at the SP250. I've been very pleased with that. This here is the SP150. Now, not only did they send me another light, but they also said, hey, do you want to give away a light to one of your subscribers? And I said, absolutely. So that is the competition today. You have a choice. You can choose either the SP150 or the SP250 if you win. And to enter is pretty straightforward. We aren't going to be doing Stay Spicy Chili Chump as the tag this time. To enter the competition, what you need to do, all one word, is write 100K ChilliChump. So that's all one word, 100, the numbers, 100K, and ChilliChump straight afterwards. All one word, and you'll be in with a chance to win either one of these, which I'm going to be unboxing, or the bigger SP250, depending on how big your grow area is. The SP250 might be a bit big. So let's have a look at this one. I'm excited to actually check this out. I think it'll be the same technology as the SP250. So let's have a look. Again, packaged very well. It looks like the same construction as the SP250, just in a smaller package. And there we have it. Yeah, it is pretty much the same as the SP250, just a smaller form factor, and this is actually going to fit in just fine inside my grow tent, and really excited to test it out. But that there is the SP150. So don't forget, to enter the competition, you need to type 100K ChilliChump, all one word. I've potted up 48 of my plants. I've still got quite a few to go, but it's enough for me today. It is dark now. I want to go spend some time with my wife, and I need to make some dinner. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to saturate these plants, give them a good soaking. What I've done is I've warmed up some water, so we can see these buckets here. I've left them inside the heated shed over here, and that's allowed me to just get them up to a decent temperature, because as you can see, these plants aren't looking very healthy. Let's take a closer look at them and you'll see what I mean. So we can see here the plants are a little bit floppy, a little bit droopy, and that's going to happen. Basically what we've done here is we've put them inside some cold soil. So the first thing you could do to try and help this process out is make sure that the temperature of the soil is pretty much the same as the temperature of where your seedlings were in the first place. But sometimes that's not exactly practical. Like with myself, I can't get all my soil, all my compost up to the temperatures I need, which is 28 degrees pretty much. And that's causing these leaves to go like this. But I'm really not worried about it. I've done this enough times that I know once I give this a good watering, it's going to come back just fine. As you can see, that one down the back there is looking really miserable. And that will come straight back as well. I am very confident of that. So like I was saying before, what I've done is I have a couple buckets of water. This is rainwater off my roof, and I have left it inside the grow shed for the day, and it has come up to temperature. So it's a lot warmer than what the soil temperature is over here, so it's definitely going to help this process. But if you don't have an area where you can get your water warm, indoors will be fine. You can go and heat it up a little bit with some hot water from your taps if you want. So what I do here is I take this water and I pretty much flood the base of this with probably about 5 liters, 7 liters of water, and that's just to give it a real good saturation. I know it looks like a lot, but the soil is quite dry. The compost mix that I've used here is quite dry, and we need that to properly get itself saturated into these containers. So that'll come through quite nicely. At the same time, I also want to give this a good spraying on top, on the surface. And again, this has been sitting inside the grow tent, getting itself nice and warm. So it'll help the plants out. Let's just get the surface of the soil a little bit moist as well. But the water that I've just poured into the base of this tray will get soaked up nicely, and these containers should be well saturated by the time I come back in here tomorrow. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that your season has got off to a fantastic start as well. I look forward to seeing you on the next one, and until then, thank you so much for watching, and stay spicy.